I'm Veronica and welcome to Jersey City Pilates. Today we're going to talk a little bit about abdominal engagement and breathing in a couple of different positions, sitting up, laying on your back, and on all fours. So to start, you can just take a seat on the floor, just like I'm doing. If you find that you have a ton of tension in your legs when you're sitting cross-legged, you can extend your legs out in front of you to sit up tall, or you can take a block, a blanket, a towel, or even a pillow and sit on that. So here I'm going to sit on my block with my feet crossed in front of me. And I'm just going to let my hands rest on my legs. From here, I'm just going to start by thinking about sitting up nice and tall. So my sitting bones, the bones in your pelvis, are anchored down into the floor, the block, whatever you're sitting in. Your hips are stacked, your ribs are right on top. And then if your ribs are lifted up slightly, think about drawing your ribs down towards your hips and then lengthen through the back of your neck and the crown of your head, sitting up nice and tall. You're just going to take one normal breath here, inhaling and then exhale. And notice how that makes you feel. Do you find that you tense your abs up? Does your abs soften when you take a breath? And now you're going to take your ribs and you're just going to bring them on either side of your ribs. And you want to think about breathing wide laterally to the sides, filling your ribs up or filling your hands up with your ribs. So take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, feel your ribs draw towards one another in the front. And then again, inhale into your hands. And then exhale, feel your fingertips draw towards one another. You can even put a little bit of pressure into your hands to feel that sensation a little bit greater. Inhale, and then exhale. So then you can bring your hands by your sides or onto your legs again. And this time, as you inhale, feel that lateral sensation as you breathe to the side. And now feel your abdominals start to engage as you exhale and your ribs draw towards one another. Your abs should soften. So now just bring one hand onto your stomach and you're going to take an inhale, laterally, exhale, and feel your abs draw away from your hand. You want to make sure that as you're taking a breath, you're not inhaling and then as you exhale, squeezing. Because if you try to squeeze and engage your abs as hard as you can, everything kind of puffs out and it's really hard to breathe. So this is a nice way of engaging your abdominals through whatever position you're in and will still allow for that movement. So now you're going to come to lay on your back and we're just going to do the same thing here again. So now on your back, your neck is nice and long, your hips are heavy, your legs are planted firmly into the floor. Inhale into those sides of your ribs. You can place your hands on your ribs again. And then exhale, feel your ribs draw towards one another and still your abdominals lift in. If you'd like, you can bring one hand to your abs and one to your ribs. And exhale, feel both sensations at the same time. And then again, one more breath here, inhale. And exhale, feel the abs engage. Everything else is heavy, ribs draw in. Last breath here. And then exhale. And you want to think about drawing your belly towards your spine, abs away from your hand, any of those sensations that make sense in your mind. Now grab on behind your thighs, let yourself roll all the way up, and you're going to come onto all fours. Here with your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Something slightly different, you're going to think about taking a nice deep breath and letting your abs descend towards the floor slightly, but your back stays nice and still. And then exhale, draw your abs away from the floor and your ribs knit toward one another. And then inhale, let everything release. And then exhale, feel everything pull up and in away from the floor. And just holding that abdominal engagement here, you can still continue to breathe laterally and you're still feeling supported through this all fours position. I hope this helped explain what abdominal engagement versus just squeezing your abs is like and gave you a good sensation of what that engagement should feel like and what lateral breathing is, which is one of the most useful breathings in Pilates and can be used across any exercise, Pilates or not.